Welcome everyone. My name is Giovanni Nisato. I work at the Pistoia Alliance as project manager for the FAIR implementation project. And today, the question I'd like to ask you, and ask us all really, is how much longer can we afford not to have FAIR data? And to do this, first I'll remind you what FAIR data stands for, some elements of the data journey that we go through in the pharma and life sciences, some of the challenges associated, and some of the things that we could do perhaps collaboratively to take advantage of some of the opportunities that are hidden in the current challenges. So first of all, FAIR data. FAIR refers to a very specific acronym, which stands for Findable, Accessible, Interoperable, and Reusable. And I invite some of you that might not have read the paper to actually do that. And then you will see that those terms actually have very specific meanings. And in general, they point to one very important issue. How do we make sure that humans and machines understand one another? And to do this, we need to be very precise with ourselves and with the machines. Now, when we look at the journey that data undergoes in the pharma and life science environment, it's an extremely lengthy process that takes easily over a decade and often more. So what I try to depict here is the challenges that are related in the situation. So on the one hand, we start with an environment which is in the scientific domain, either in the academic or industrial domain, in which scientists, researchers need a lot of agility because of the tools they employ. But at the same time, as we move along, we need to have an increasing amount of requirements that are, including for safety, that are mandated by the nature of the work we do. And those are things that we do need to find a solution for. Now, when we look at one of the points that makes the situation even more interesting is the richness of the environment we're in. If we look at, for example, the data explosion that is currently happening because of the vast amount of tools that are available to us, we know that machines, so artificial intelligence, are going to be able to find us a way out, but we need to help the machine help us. So we need to train them. We need data for this. Lack of reproducibility is an issue. Automation limitation requires a lot of manual data curation. We do have data silos, for sometimes for good reason, but not always. In general, we have a culture mindset in which data is fed to algorithms, but it might be more advantageous to actually send algorithms to data, but that requires a massive culture change. We do need standards, and we do have standards, but we need probably more of them and more that are used in a collaborative way. And we do need to have a better sense and a shared sense of the financial value that can come out of these transitions, because we do need to invest some time and resources to make some of these things happen. So these are not obvious challenges, and one of the frameworks that I'd like to propose, in case you're not aware of it, is the Pistoia Alliance, because by its very nature, it's collaborative. It includes one of the biggest players in the field. And for example, if I refer to interoperability in the FAIR principles, it's almost natural that we need to work together, not for everything, but some very specific tools to make sure that that happens. Otherwise, we're going to have FAIR silos within companies. So within the Pistoia project, we do have a number of projects that are active in our portfolio, that are active in the area. Of course, the project that I'm managing, but there are others. And we're very much open to starting conversations with you and see how you can get involved and hopefully get to a FAIR data in life sciences faster. And I'm very happy to take your questions, and thank you for your attention.